Hey Canucks fans, the Vancouver Canucks were defeated 5-2 by the Florida Panthers in a tough game at the start of a tough 5-game road trip. Let's talk about what I liked, what I didn't like, and one other thing. I'm Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take all in one take. It's my post-game commentary for Tuesday, January the 11th. If you're new, here's what you should do. Hit the subscribe button now for daily Canucks insight that's positive, timely, and trustworthy. Okay, what I liked. Actually, I like quite a few things despite the final score. When you look just at team stats overall, the Canucks outshot the Florida Panthers 44-26, and they outplayed them in some parts of the game. Not the whole game, obviously. You can't say that in a 5-2 loss. But there are some stretches of the game where I thought the Canucks played very well, including the end of the first, portions of the second, and definitely portions of the third. So outshooting the Panthers by 18 shots, that's not saying nothing, or that's saying something. 44-26. Also in the faceoff circle, the Canucks won 3 out of every 5, 59% to 41% for the Florida Panthers, and they out-hit the Panthers 28-16. I also liked how the team didn't quit. It would be very easy to quit after going down 2-0 to the Panthers just 6.5 minutes into the game. Again, the Panthers, I keep saying this, but they're the best team in the league right now. They showed why in certain aspects. So for the Canucks to not only fight back and get that goal from Jason Dickinson later in the period, and also be the only team to score in the third period, you could argue maybe Florida were taking their foot off the gas, or you could argue Canucks playing with pride, wanting to win the third period, as Bruce Boudreau said after the game. And they did that with Juho Lammikko scoring the second Canucks goal against his former team as well. So I didn't mind how the Canucks didn't quit. I also didn't mind how aggressive they were. Miller fighting Gudas, and then Pearson fighting Weegar. Both of them kind of strange fights. Well, the Miller Gudas fight was really weird, and then I guess Weegar was protecting Bobrovsky near the end of the game there. So overall, I didn't mind also the aggressiveness of the Canucks, and a couple of individual stats I thought were pretty good. I actually thought that Dickinson had a good game. He only played 13 minutes, but he had the one goal. He had 4 hits in that. Petey, didn't like how he was a -2, but he did have 5 block shots, which is that sounds like it's got to be a career high for Petey. That seems like a lot, especially for a guy like him. So 5 blocks sticks out to me. Also 5 shots on goal for Garland, Miller, and Pearson. So all 3 of them had 5 shots on goal. So a couple of individual performances, not bad. And then you look at on the D, and I'm just looking at their stat lines right now. Brad Hunt had 2 assists. I did not know that. That's a very quiet 2 assists, and then 4 hits for Luke Schenz. But overall, in a 5-2 game, you can't really say the D was that good. You can't really say Demko was great. Not all the goals were his fault. A couple weird ones, deflections and stuff. But the fours maybe weren't that strong either. So overall, this was a team loss. But I'm not getting up, crap all over the team because they lost to the best team in the league. A lot of teams have lost to the Florida Panthers this year by similar scores. Florida's putting up a 5-spot, 4-spot, 6-spot. They've been scoring a lot of goals, and we saw it again tonight. However, got to be honest, there were some things I didn't like. Of course, I didn't like how the Canucks they gave up 2 goals and 3 shots to start the game, and it's not just a slow start, because it's very hard to come back against such a really good team, the best team in the league. It's really hard to come back from it. You simply don't want to get down 2-0 to a team as good as the Panthers. But it's also the way the goals were scored in those bunches. The Panthers' first and second goal were scored only 1:06 apart between Ekblad and Reinhart, and then their third and fourth goals were only scored 26 seconds apart, which is pretty bad actually when you're 2-1 game and a relatively even game in the second period suddenly goes halfway through the second period to a 4-1 game and basically out of reach. So didn't like how the Canucks gave up those goals in bunches. Didn't like how those goals were scored. Actually, the first 2 Panther goals were kind of the same. They started from the corner behind Demko's left shoulder, and the puck got out to the point on that side. Ekblad scoring the first one right through, and then the second one was Gudas' shot deflected by Reinhart. Then the third goal by Reinhart on the power play, can't really fault anyone. That's a good team. That's a good, Ekblad to Huberdeau to Reinhart. Actually, Huberdeau's shot. Huberdeau's been playing awesome, and his shot went off Reinhardt's butt. And then the goal by Mamin, didn't like that one in terms of Höglander losing his man in the corner. And then Barkov's, that was just a really skilled play getting around Ekman Larsson. And you never like to see the Canucks give up a shorthanded goal. So didn't like not only how the goals were scored, but also the quick succession in which the 4 of the goals were scored. Goals 1 and 2, goals 3 and 4. I talked about that shorthanded goal. I didn't like the Canucks special teams today. They went 0 for 3 on the power play. They only went 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. That's a CCSTS. Clay's cumulative special team stat of only 67%. Not good enough. They got to score on the power play when they're given 3 chances. Remember that 3 chances. That's more than they usually give up or given. They usually get 1 or 2 a night, and they usually only give up 1 or 2 power plays a night as well. So to get 3 chances with the man advantage and to have to kill off 3 penalties, that seems to be a bit higher than usual, and exposed a little bit, going 0 for 3 and only 2 for 3 on the penalty kill. And then individual performances. I don't like the -3 in front of Hoglander's name. Also Pearson -3, and then their line mate Pettersson -2. So that line overall was a -8 overall. Speaking of Hoglander, he got less than 10 minutes of ice time. So I'm pretty sure Boudreau also did not like what we saw on that 4th Panthers goal when Hoglander lost his player in the corner, and then that player beat him to the front of the net, and Pearson was forced to come and check him, but too little, too late. And that's really the goal that put the game out of reach for the Vancouver Canucks. So Hoglander a -3, 2 shots on goal, and then only 10 minutes of ice time. So didn't think he had the strongest game overall. Ekman Larsson was a -2. That's a little tough, but he plays a lot of minutes, and that's a very tough team. And I think those are the performances that really stood out to me in a negative way. Podkolzin didn't do that much. I'm not sure actually if we made a big deal to talk about the lines. I'm not sure if the lines generated that much, because you look at the first goal, it was Dickinson from Garland and Hunt. So that's the Horvat Dickinson Garland line. But then the second goal, the final goal, was scored by the 4th line with Lamico from Mott and Hunt again. So there's Hunt's 2 assists. But the goals, you didn't get anything from Miller, Besser, Podkolzin in that line. You didn't get anything from the PD, Pearson, Hoglander line, except for a bunch of dashes. So not the best game for the forwards overall. Not the best team game for the entire team overall. But I'm not getting too down on them because, again, this was a tough team they were playing against, the best in the league. And this is coming off 11 days between games. Well, what's one other thing? The one other thing tonight, as I talked about earlier today, it doesn't get any easier. That was the best team in the league. Guess what? Tampa is tied with Florida for points as the best team in the league. So we get Tampa on Thursday night, and then we get Washington, Carolina, and Nashville. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. The 5 of the 6 best teams in the league. This is a great test for the Canucks. You want the Canucks to come back with 4 or 5 or 6 points so they can at least stay in the hunt. You don't want them to lose and only get 1 or 2 points, or God forbid only 0 points, and then fall back very quickly, just as quickly as they work so hard to scratch and claw their way back into playoff contention. So I guess my one other thing is every game on this trip is going to be like this. It's going to be a dogfight. So it's going to be a true test to see what the Canucks are made of. And as Bruce Boudreau said, adversity builds character. So the Canucks are going to have a lot of opportunity to build character over the next week or so. Canucks fans, let me know your thoughts. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. And tell me one other thing. Leave a comment in the comment section below. Shout out to my legends, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Justin Credible, legendary Andrew Chang, hero members Nucks fan number 29 and Carol Bovenlander, and Hall of Fame members Jens 95, simalexander, Chris Seifert, Adam Broomfield, Shannon Hollingworth, and HSM Fangirl Gaming. Thanks for your support as always, and thanks to the support of all members of all levels. You're listed in my video descriptions. If you want to become a member of the CCC Crew, press the join button underneath this or in my videos, or on the memberships tab on my YouTube channel. Subscribe if you like to, like this video if you like to, become a member or upgrade if you like to, and leave a comment down below if you like to. Tell me what you liked, tell me what you didn't like, and tell me one other thing. Finally, this vlog is brought to you by Perform and Transform, personal training and weight loss. Sign up now for a free 7-day trial. Use the link in my video description down below. And by Van City Experts Real Estate Group, contact Jason Lim and his team for all of your real estate needs. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. Have a good rest of the night. God bless, and go Canucks go.